Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here, bringing a new video. It's gonna be about Lost Ark, and it's gonna be about like some things you might overlook as a new player. This is gonna be like new players for 30 and below, and I'm 33. I thought about making this video just because a lot of people they like to make higher level things, because they're coming from experience of well, it's 50, and what am I trying to teach to a lot of people? And there's a lot of things that get thrown at you in this game. So I thought it'd be a good idea to maybe bring through some things early on that I missed. So yeah, let's get into it. But before that, please leave a like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. And yeah, let's get into it. So right now I'm in a hub city, and it's called Lutera. It's a little further along, but not the first hub city you get. But just to go over some important things. So you see these potions down here. Keep your potions down on that bar. That's what it's for. Here, something about the potions. So you see how these recover by seconds. I would use these potions, and I've seen this before, and it's a good argument that was made. This actually what convinced me to, put these type of potions and use them. You get these percentage potions. You'll get a ton of them. Save these for the end game. Put them in your storage, and in these hub cities, there'll be a person. In some smaller villages, there will be these people that you can go to. They'll have a chest icon, and just go store these because they're gonna be better for the end game content. Mostly because you're gonna have higher health. Obviously, it'll help you recover faster if you have this. When you're doing the higher end content. When you get weapons or accessories and stuff like that are old, I would dismantle them. This stuff is going to be useful more in the end game, and the silver you get really is just crap. So just don't even worry about selling, especially since look how much silver I have. That's like the main currency, the underlying main currency. Uh, you get a ton, whether it's through login bonuses. I mean, hell, if you're playing on the first week, Twitch drops, and the game actually gives you a ton itself. So don't worry about silver too much. So let me talk about it. There's silver, there's gold, and this right here are these Phoenix Flumes. Now, the game will also give you some of these by doing many different things. Some missions will give it to you, but those are like the big missions. Some login rewards are going to give it to you, and then something else I'll get into after this. These are for if you die, you'll get immediately resurrected right where you died. Instead, if you don't have these, what happens is you have to either go back to a tripod, which is a teleporter, or like the beginning of an area. So keep that in mind. So another thing, login rewards, what I was talking about, you don't automatically get them when you claim them. You have to get it from this mail. So just keep that in mind. And also, if you're someone who did get a founder's pack, it's going to be right here, or your Twitch drops, it's going to be right here. I haven't claimed it. It's one character per account. That's just mostly because I don't know if Carta is a server I want to play on. So there's that. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be staying on Carta mostly because I'm level 33. It's just I don't need it. Why do I need to claim it? Type of thing. So next, I'm going to go into character profiles. So I could have clicked P. Now, this is something just for people out there just to familiarize with different MMOs. So I played Final Fantasy 14. In Final Fantasy 14, you only had one earring. So my assumption was, okay, I have one earring. And when I would go over this, it would compare with one earring. You have two earrings, two rings, and a necklace. Keep that in mind because it's only going to compare with your lowest one. So obviously, if you have one every single time and you're just smashing here and you're not even going into this, because you can equip right from here by just right clicking on the thing. It's like boom, there it changes it out. Keep that in mind. Now these two right here and this one right here, don't worry about it. This is more closer to end game content. This is engravings, very important for end game content, and faceting also very important for end game content. We'll have to worry about it later, but when you get to Lutera, which is around level 30-ish. I got here when I was 29, so around that range, the game will throw a bunch of tutorials about engraving, this, guilds, the auction house, so don't worry about it until then. You will not need to worry about any of that until Lutera. Also, speaking about Lutera and stuff you need to worry about, right here is where you access PvP. Now, for the life of me, I have not found any other way to get into PvP besides Lutera in this hub world. I don't know for a fact, but it gave you a mission going through how to go into PvP, and it was actually very interesting, and I think kind of different from the Russia and Korea, because you don't have to change yourself out physically in this character screen. It gives you a separate skills screen for PvP. So just bear that in mind because it gives you a lot more skill points too. Basically, it's gonna treat you as like a max level player. I just played PvP. That's what happened. It gave me a separate skill. You have to allocate all your skills into a loadout, and you even get your ultimate move, which you don't even have right now. Like I don't have it. You get to use it in PvP and stuff like that. So bear in mind that PvP is not until you get to the hub city of Lutera. Now, here, quest log, nothing too important, but this guide thing, these guide quests will come in every once in a while. So right here, fishing, this is like a profession. You will get this when you go to the village at Lake Bar. That's where it, again, will handhold you through getting professions, and they will populate in here. So if you want to get fishing, you want to cut some logs, you want to mine some ore, you need this profession. Well, this profession is just a helpful like go through, and it will even give you a pretty decent fishing tool. You can buy the novice one like I did. It was pretty cheap. Honestly, the novice tools are like the only thing I've used silver for, so that's something to consider. Next, crystalline aura. This is something I'm going through mostly because, and I didn't pay for it right now. I do have crystalline ore in that founders pack. I will probably open the founders pack when my crystalline ore that I got from the Twitch drop ends. And they give it to you for 5 days, so it's like not that bad. And there's even some login rewards that will give you. No, actually not login rewards. Sorry, it's a prime reward. Every month they're gonna give you crystalline ore. So just bear that in mind if you have prime and stuff like that, and you're gonna be playing this game for months. But again, it's only 5 days. So crystalline aura gives you the triport fee for free. So this is basically just teleporting to these green things right here, teleporting around the world for free. Very useful because I haven't had to use silver at all in order to do that, and I'm just blipping all the way and forth. Ocean liner fee. This is more stronghold stuff right here. Another very important thing, the stronghold, but that's again more endgame content and more content you do along the way when you get to Lutera. I mean, when you get to Lutera, there is a ton of stuff. Make sure you do not keep going with the main story. I know it's going to be important to do that to most people to try to get to the real end game, but like seeing these systems, getting them fresh installed into your mind, that's also pretty important. But yeah, just keep in mind crystalline aura. You can go into the store and you can buy it for $10 for 30 days. How I consider this is kind of like a sub. You get some good benefits and you support the game. Remember, the game is free to play. It's not really a pay to win-esque thing because really benefits I just showed aren't really pay to win. They only affect you. And they're really not things that are pay to winny. I mean, like just not paying for a teleport. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. That just saves you silver, which to be honest is kind of useless so far for me even. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Also keep this in mind, roster information. So there's two different levels. You see the combat level and the roster level. I'm probably getting blocked by my camera or whatever, but they're at the bottom left and they're below the chat. It's just I don't want to show the chat because the chat gets kind of toxic, to be honest. And you can mute the chat. There's a setting for that in like this chat scroll wheel that's literally on the chat. So that's a thing. So your roster level, it's a different bar than your character level, and it goes a lot slower. Like I'm 33, my roster level is 9. These are just buffs you can get for all your characters across your account. So it's really helpful for leveling ults and stuff like that, which is considerate to say the least. Also, you want to look at so right here, this is the Book of Coordination. This is the PvP skill screen that you will get. So why I am outputted to crit and swiftness is because 1, I'm an idiot, and 2, I saw on when I looked it up through Power Google, crit and swiftness are important for Paladin, which is the class I'm playing right now. So there's that. Okay. So here's another thing. Um, it gives you more rewards than what I was talking about. Why silver is kind of useless. So you see right here, this thing is blinking welcome challenge. This is just stuff you do throughout the game, and the game will reward you for doing such things. So it's as simple as, getting the Pride home, the first hub world, riding a mount, which is given very early. You get silver. You also get different rewards and stuff like that. It's not just silver. Sometimes you get potions. Sometimes you'll get like a chest, like this. Just keep that in mind. It's more things also, like, also your stronghold. You can get different things for their collectibles. Moko seeds are very important as well. You collect one, boom, there's 50 potions. Just give it to you like it's candy. And this is just more collectible stuff too. There's world leaves, there's the iguana tokens, stuff like that. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of collectibles, and this is just a one thing that will give you a reward. But yeah, also sheet music. I think it's very important if you put sheet music and your mount on your bar. Song of Escape is important because it allows you to leave dungeons. When you're at the end of a dungeon, there's no teleport. If you played like Final Fantasy, you would see like there's like a teleport thing. It's not there. Honestly, it's kind of weird how they don't have something like that, because it's like, yeah, sometimes you forget about the Song of Escape. It's not a big deal, but it's like, why isn't there something there? It's like, it's to make it more obvious. And then the mount, it's just, if you want to click Alt B and then click, that's just not intuitive. Just put it on your bar, put it anywhere. I did that so early on, and it's honestly just so good that I did that. The card catalog. This is actually something that's interesting. You get bonuses from these card catalogs. So if you're getting like tons of cards and stuff like that, you can get bonuses from these cards. You see how there's two here from this set? They're giving me an earth damage reduction because I have two from the same set. Kind of interesting. Uh, I honestly thought it was gonna be like a Gwent game. It turns out it's something a little better. I mean, I know some people don't like the type of card games. I actually do like it, card games and stuff like that inside these games. And was kind of disappointed, but honestly, not that big of a deal. So here's another thing: the adventure's tone. So right here, you see your different zones, stuff like that. You'll get content for, going through these zones and doing different things. Whether it's killing the world boss like Rudrick or killing the Salt Bay here, you get different rewards, and it's right here. I've obviously not claimed them, but there it is, Phoenix Flume. Game is giving you 10, and it's the first reward. It's the easiest reward to get in each zone. That's how I've gotten in every single continent except for this zone, which is kind of funny. But like East Luterra is pretty big zone. But yeah, it's just another way where this game is giving you a lot of things. I'm kind of interested to see. It's like maybe it's just stringing you along so they can throw these consumables in the store. It's always a possibility. But yeah. So up here, this calendar, again, not really like a early game thing. You only get access to it at 50. That's more for end game content, just like throwing it in there if somebody's watching this and they're in end game content. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I mean, you can tab for your mini map. I honestly find it annoying looking at it like this, so I just M and look at the entire map just because I just don't like the opacity of that. And honestly, it's just, I forget about it too, so not really the biggest deal in the world. But yeah, also skills. Make sure you're outputting it to whatever is optimized for your class, and then make sure you pick up these secondary passive skills that are also helpful. Just trying to throw out things that I didn't think of. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Leave a comment with something I missed that you thought was important. I think that's always important, and please like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, really helps out the channel. And until next time, I'll see you in Arcasia. Bye.